Hello student, myself Digan Sakhiwala, I am your science sir. Today we will continue chapter number 9, heredity and evolution. Dear student, today we are going to learn about the Mendel experiment. So we will start. Rules of inheritance, Mendel contribution. Gregor John Mendel conducted experiment on pea plant and proposed the rules of inheritance based on his observation. Okay. So Gregor John Mendel conducted experiment on which plant? Pea plant, and proposed the rules of inheritance based on his observation. Okay. So he proposed the rules on what? Inheritance based on his observation. Mendel observed that the characters are often present in pair. Each part of the pair of contrasting character is called the allele. So what is allele here? Because of the mutation occur, and on the same chromosome we get the different type of characteristic, that is called the allele. Okay, so Mendel observed that the characters are often present in the pairs. Like first we will think about the one character, flower color, that is violet or white, flower position axial or terminal, seed color yellow or green, seed shape, that is round or wrinkle, pod shape, that is inflated or constructed, pod color, that is green or yellow, height of plant, that is tall or dwarf. Possible reason of pea plants used by the Mendel. Pea is a biennial plant, that is 2 generations of pea plant can be grown in given year. So what is the reason that Mendel used the pea plant? Pea is a biennial plant, means in a year we can take 2 times the pea plant, that is 2 generations of pea plant can be grown. First generation is, we can say that F1, and from F1 we get the second generation, that is called F2. So Mendel can easily observe his experiment in a year. This means that Mendel could get enough time to observe a larger number of generation, and because of this reason, what happened, Mendel could get enough time to observe a large number of generation. Many easily identifiable and contrasting characters are present in the pea plant. Okay, so pea plant, in that many identifiable, like flower color, seed color, height of plant, many easily identifiable and contrasting characters are present in the pea plant. Cross pollination can easily be induced in the pea plants. Cross pollination is very easily induced in the pea plant. Like we can take the one pea plant which has more height, tall, there it is tall, and we can take another plant which is what? Very short. So that cross pollination is very easy. So here the 2 type of traits are possible. Dominant means more visible, recessive means less visible. Dominant trait in the flower color, that is more we find violet, and recessive means less dominant, that is white. Flower position, dominant at the axial position, and recessive trait in that they are generally on the terminal position. Seed color most probably yellow, whereas recessive in that it is green. Seed shape is round, and recessive trait it is a wrinkle. Pod shape, dominant trait in that it is the inflated. Recessive trait in that it is a constricted. Character in that pod color is green, and recessive trait in that yellow. Height of the plant, that is tall or the short. So generally we will discuss about what height of plant, that is tall or the short, and we carried out the cross pollination, and by this cross pollination Mendel carried out so many observations. Monohybrid cross, the cross in which the just one pair of characteristic is studied is called a monohybrid cross. So the cross in which the just one pair of the contrasting characters is studied is called the monohybrid cross. We can take number of that flower color also we can take, but here we will take the height of the plant. Tall is represented by capital T, and short plant is represented by small t. Mendel did monohybrid cross for his first experiment. He selected a pair of contrasting character for that experiment. He conducted a cross between the tall and the short plant. Okay, so he conducted a cross between the tall and the short plant. So here we get the 2 generation. First generation is called F1, and second generation is, we can say that, F2. This we can understand after this. Okay, after this we can understand that Okay, so just now you understand that phenotype ratio means phenotype ratio in that we can discuss about their height, physical appearance, that is if it is tall then 3 plant we get tall and dwarf 1 plant. So the ratio in the F2 generation, second generation, in that 3:1. Genotype ratio in that then if two T are there, two capital T are there, is to capital T small t is to both are small t, then we get in the ratio of 1:2:1. Both capital T represent the genotype of tall plant and small t represent the genotype of short plant. So here both the capital T here represent the genotype of tall plant and small t, both the small t represent the genotype of short plants. In the F1 generation all plants were tall but their genotype was capital T and small t. So first generation in that pollination is carried out between the tall plant and the short plant. So we get first generation, F1 generation, all plants were tall but their genotype was what? Because pollination occurs, so because of that reason we get the capital T and small t. Genotype was capital T and small t and they are not short plant. So here shortness is recessive, which means that they were not pure tall plants. This could be established by the appearance of the character of shortness in the F2 generation, in which the most of the plant were tall and some were short. Okay, so in second generation we get some plant they are short, but in the first generation what happened? We get not tall, that much tall plant, but somewhat they have height, which means that they were not pure tall plants. This could be established by the appearance of the character of shortness in the F2 generation. In F2 generation we get the shortness in which most of the plants were tall and some were short. This experiment show that the character of shortness was recessive in the F1 generation. Most important thing, in the first generation what happened? We take the two plant, we carry out the pollination between the short plant and the tall plant. In that we get the F1 generation, in that the character of shortness was recessive in the first generation and hence could not be observed. It is not observed. The ratio of number of tall plants to that of the short plant in F2 generation was 3:1. Very important. If we carried out the pollination between the F1 generation, then the ratio of number of tall plants to that of the short plants in the F2 generation was 3:1. Means what? 3 are the tall plant and 1 is what? Short plant. Capital T and capital both dominant alleles, so that is called the homozygous condition, that is pure. Both small t, both recessive alleles. This is recessive alleles means hardly possible, dominance means mainly possible. They are also homozygous condition, pure. Capital T, small t, okay, that is we can say that tall plant and small or the short plant, capital T and small t, one dominant and one recessive allele. It is what? Heterozygous condition and it is called the hybrid. Phenotype means physical appearance, that is tall or short. Okay, tall is there, then we can use the capital T, and short is there, then we use what? Small t. Genotype means we represent, that is genetic makeup. Okay, like both are capital T. If we carry out the pollination between two plants, both are tall. Okay, or capital T, small t, or the both are small t. Observation: all F1 progenies were tall. Okay, all F1 progenies are tall. No medium heighted plant, halfway character. F2 progeny 1/4 of are short, means out of 4 1 is short and 3 are tall. So we can say that 3/4 were tall. Conclusion: both capital T and small t both are tall plants, while both small t is a short plant. Okay, so we can see that both capital T and the capital T and small t both are tall plants. So we get in the ratio of 3 and in the ratio of 1 both the small t is a short plant. A single copy of capital T is enough to make the plant tall, while both the copies have to be a small t for plant to be a short. So if we can say that in the genotype, if the one capital T is present, only one capital T is present, then it make the tall plant. but if both the small t are present, then it makes the short plant. Character traits like capital T are called the dominant traits because it expresses itself. Okay, so we can say that character or traits like capital T are called the dominant traits because it expresses itself, and small t are the recessive traits because it remains suppressed. So here the capital T, it expresses itself, so it is called the dominant traits, whereas small t are recessive traits because it is a suppressed. So dear student, this is most important experiment by the Mendel. For exam point of view, it is most important. If you like my video, then like and subscribe my channel. Thank you so much.